In the early summer of 1964, Reuben Frank from NBC News sent me to Costa Rica to make contact with Manuel Artime, who was the head of MRR. I went to Costa Rica, I met Artime, and he agreed to let me go to one of their camps and see what they were doing, as long as we wouldn't identify the country that the camp was in. New York sent down a correspondent and a producer, and we went out to a jungle training camp, and we photographed it, and the piece aired as a nightly news spot. After that, Artime seemed to be pleased with NBC and with me, and they allowed me to go to another training camp where they trained infiltrators in radio operations. And after that, I went to see Artime again. Artime said, "How would you like to go on the ship, the mothership?" So I flew to Panama, and then from Panama to Dominican Republic. And Dominican Republic, I met the mothership, the Santa Maria, and went aboard. And I was told that I could just be on the ship and see their operations from the ship. Later on, I was allowed to go on the actual raids, and I ended up staying 8 months inside the MRR operations in the Caribbean. The project was supposed to be an hour-long documentary called "The Anatomy of an Overthrow." Reuben Frank had been very pleased with the documentary that he had done on the Berlin Wall, and he hoped that we would have sort of an insider's look at what was happening in the Caribbean. I went on the raids, and I lived with the Cubans, and I was, I guess, probably you might call, one of the first embedded journalists, and I was treated like one of them. I became very close to them. They very close to me. I still close friends with many of the people who were in the organization and who I met, and it was a result of that operation. Eventually, I was hired staff by NBC and went on to have a 25-year career as a cameraman with NBC.